Be me, 32. Tech sales director in Austin. 6 feet 2 inches, 195 pounds, 10% body fat. Net worth just crossed the 2 comma club. Drive a matte black Porsche Taycan. Live in a penthouse overlooking Lady Bird Lake. By every objective metric, I am the prize. I am the high-value male the podcasts talk about. The top 1%. The guy she's supposed to worry about losing. Sunday morning. 5 a.m. Wake up without an alarm. Circadian rhythm optimized via Huberman protocols. Look over at the other side of the king-sized bed. Empty. Sheets are cold. Chloe left 3 days ago. Didn't scream, didn't throw things. Just packed a bag while I was on a conference call. Walked past my ergonomic standing desk. Said I'm starving to death in a candy store, Mark. Then closed the heavy oak door. Click. I didn't chase her. Chasing is low-value behavior. Chasing breaks frame. I told myself she'd be back. They always come back when they realize the dating market is trash. She's 29. Her sexual market value is declining. Mine is peaking. The math is on my side. So why am I chest deep in a panic attack on my Italian leather sofa? Stand up. Drink 16 ounces of water with Himalayan salt and lemon. Hydration first. Need to recenter. Open my phone. Check the portfolio. Crypto up 4%, stocks flat. Check Instagram. 400 likes on the photo of my steering wheel and Rolex. Comments are all fire emojis and grindset king. Validation loop complete. But the silence in the apartment is deafening. It's a sterile silence. Minimalist decor. White walls. Abstract art. Nothing that says a human lives here. Just a showroom for a life I'm supposed to enjoy. I decide to hit the gym. Iron therapy. The only variable I can control completely. Drive to the Equinox. Listen to a podcast on the way. The Stoic Alpha. Host is talking about detachment. Women are a complement to your life, not the focus. If she leaves, hold the door open. Your mission comes first. I nod along. This is the gospel. I focused on the mission. I built the empire. Chloe wanted quality time. I gave her a lifestyle most women would kill for. Tulum trips, Michelin dinners. No budget restrictions. Wasn't that enough? Get to the gym. Deadlift 405. The physical stress numbs the mental noise. See a girl in the mirror. Yoga pants, sports bra. Maybe 23. She glances at me. I catch the look. The dopamine hit is instant but shallow. I could approach. I have the script. I have the confidence. But I feel tired. Not physical fatigue, soul fatigue. Finish the workout. Sauna for 20 minutes. Heat shock proteins. Optimization. Always optimization. Get back to the penthouse. Make a protein smoothie. Spinach, whey, creatine, blueberries. Tastes like wet cardboard. Drink it anyway. Fuel, not food. Sit on the couch. Open YouTube. Algorithm knows me. Why modern women are unhappy. 7 signs she belonged to the streets. How to monk mode your way to 10 million. I click 1. The optimization trap, why you're rich and alone. Pause. Usually, it's why being alone makes you rich. This is different. Thumbnail is a guy in a suit sitting in an empty mansion. Looks a lot like my living room. I click it. The guy isn't angry. He's not yelling about feminism or hypergamy. He's calm, clinical. We built a generation of men who treat life like a spreadsheet. Input X, get output Y. Gym plus money plus status equals happiness/love. But human connection isn't an algorithm. He brings up a list. 10 traits of the optimized but empty man. I scoff. Take a sip of my sludge smoothie. I'm not empty, I'm efficient. Trait 1, transactional view of relationships. You view affection as a reward for provision. If you pay for dinner, you expect intimacy. If you provide the lifestyle, you expect compliance. You don't see a partner, you see an employee with benefits. Flashback to last month. Chloe wanted to take a pottery class together on a Tuesday. I told her Tuesday is my deep work evening. Told her I pay for the membership, she can go with her friends. I don't want the class, Mark, I want you. I told her that was illogical. I was building our future. She looked at me like I was speaking Mandarin. Trait 2, emotional stoicism turned into emotional constipation. You confuse being strong with feeling nothing. You repress joy, sadness, and fear because they aren't productive. Eventually, you become a gray wall. People can't bond with a wall. I think about when Chloe's dog died. I bought her a new puppy the next day. Solved the problem. Why was she crying harder? I told her to pull it together. It's a variable replacement, Chloe. This one has better genetics. Jesus. Did I actually say that? Trait 3, optimization over experience. You can't just take a walk. It has to be Zone 2 cardio. You can't just have dinner. It has to be networking or hitting macros. You've optimized the joy out of existence. Last vacation in Cabo. Scheduled every hour. Morning run. Deep work session in the hotel. Sunset dinner, reservation made 3 months prior. She wanted to just sleep in and eat tacos from a street cart. I showed her the Yelp reviews for the cart. Suboptimal hygiene standards, babe. Why risk the downtime? We fought in the most beautiful resort in the world. Trait 4, the frame, obsession. You're so terrified of losing control, frame, that you never compromise. Every disagreement is a test you have to win. You'd rather be right than happy. The argument about the wedding invitation. Her cousin. I didn't want to go. Low ROI event. I don't know these people. She begged. Said it meant a lot to her family. I held frame. Said no. She went alone. Came back different. Distant. I thought I won that battle. Trait 5, living for the audience. You post the steak, the car, the watch. You're performing success for other men on the internet, hoping they envy you. Your relationship is just another prop for the feed. I look at my Instagram grid. Picture of us in Aspen. Caption, building empires with my queen. I remember that moment. We were freezing. I made her take the photo 15 times to get the lighting right on my snow goggles. She was shivering. I didn't offer my jacket. Ruined the silhouette. Trait 6, intellectual arrogance. Because you made money, you think you're an expert on everything. Psychology, politics, biology. You lecture your partner instead of conversing. You educate them. Chloe loved astrology. Harmless stuff. I spent 2 hours dismantling it with statistics and cognitive bias theories. Made her feel stupid. Felt good at the time. Like I was sharpening her mind. Now I realize I was just dulling her sparkle. Trait 7, the high-value delusion. You think your value is static. Height, income, muscles. You forget that value in a relationship includes empathy, kindness, and safety. You're a Ferrari with no engine. My chest feels tight. I check my Whoop strap. Heart rate 110. I'm sitting still. Trait 8, disconnect from the present. You're always living in the future. The exit strategy, the retirement number, the next deal. You're never actually in the room. Sex. Even sex became a performance. Checking my form. How long I lasted. Was she satisfied? Metric of success. Did I ever just look at her? Just breathe her in? Or was I thinking about the Q3 projections? Trait 9, treating people as NPCs, non-player characters. Everyone is a means to an end. The barista gives coffee. The employee gives labor. The girlfriend gives sex and validation. You forgot they have interior lives. Chloe asked me once, "What are you afraid of, Mark?" I laughed. "Failure." She said, "No, you're afraid of being seen." I dismissed it as psychobabble. Trait 10, terminal loneliness disguised as solitude. You tell yourself you're a lone wolf, but wolves run in packs. You're just a sheep who shaved its wool and bought a Rolex. You're freezing to death and pretending it's a cold plunge. I closed the laptop. The sun is setting over Austin. The skyline lights up. Beautiful. Expensive. Empty. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Tyler, Alpha Mentorship. Yo bro, huge table at the Domain tonight. Models coming through, 10 out of 10s. You in? Old me would be there in 20 minutes. Shirt unbuttoned, one extra notch. Ordering the most expensive tequila. Scouting for the next Chloe replacement. I type in. Hover over send. Look around the apartment. The pristine white countertops. The books on the shelf I haven't read, just displayed to look smart. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Principles by Ray Dalio. I delete the text. Throw the phone on the couch. Walk to the window. Press my forehead against the cool glass. Starving to death in a candy store. I get it now. I have everything a man is supposed to want. And I have absolutely nothing that matters. I think about calling her. But what would I say? I optimized wrong? I need to recalibrate my emotional KPIs? She's gone. And the worst part is, I know exactly why. It wasn't hypergamy. It wasn't that she was crazy. It wasn't that she couldn't handle a high-value man. It was that she wanted a human being. And I became a product. I go to the kitchen, open the fridge. Rows of perfectly organized sparkling water. Meal prep containers labeled by macronutrient count. I grab a container of chicken and broccoli. Cold. Eat it standing over the sink. It tastes like ash. Tomorrow is Monday. Q3 planning starts. I'll crush the numbers. I'll hit the gym. I'll post the story. But tonight, just for tonight, I let the mask slip. Slide down against the kitchen cabinets until I'm sitting on the floor, head in hands. The silence isn't sterile anymore. It's heavy. Crushing. I check my Whoop strap one last time. Stress level high. No shit. Tear the strap off my wrist. Throw it across the room. It hits the Sub-Zero fridge with a plastic clack. First unoptimized thing I've done in years. It feels real. I stay on the floor, watching the city lights flicker. A high-performance machine, broken down on the side of the road, and no one is coming to fix it, because I fired the mechanic 3 days ago. Be me, 32, and starting from zero. Not the bank account, the soul. God, I hope it's not too late to grow one. 2 weeks later, the apartment is messy. Not hoarder's messy, just lived in. A coffee mug on the table without a coaster. A blanket thrown on the couch, not folded. I haven't posted in 14 days. My engagement metrics are tanking. Followers asking if I died. Or if I'm building in stealth. I'm not building anything. I'm deconstructing. I called my brother, Sam. Haven't spoken to him in 6 months. He lives in Ohio, works in HVAC, makes $65,000 a year, overweight, drives a 2015 F-150. I used to pity him. NPC life, I tell my mastermind group, settled for mediocrity. I FaceTimed him on a Tuesday. He answered, covered in grease, holding a beer. Mark, everything okay? You look like shit. I looked in the mirror. No haircut in 3 weeks. Bags under eyes. I'm fine, I lied. Just grinding. Then I cracked. Actually, no, I'm not fine. I'd told him about Chloe, about the silence, about the article, expecting him to say man up or focus on the bag. He just listened, took a sip of his beer. Yeah, man, we were wondering when you'd hit the wall. The wall? I'm 32, I'm in my prime. Not that wall, the hollow wall. The one where you realize money can't hug you back. He turned the camera. His backyard. Inflatable pool. His wife Jenny laughing as she sprayed their 2 kids with a hose. It looked chaotic. Loud. Unoptimized. And it looked like heaven. You treat life like a video game, Mark, Sam said, turning back. You're trying to get the high score, but you're playing single player. Jenny and I? We're playing co-op. It's harder, it's messier, but it's actually fun. You should come visit. I can't. Q3 just started. I have the team off-site. Whatever, man. Offer stands, but stop measuring your pulse and start using it. He hung up. I sat there for an hour. Playing single player. That stuck. I looked at my contact list. 500 names. Networking, leads, crypto guys, girls, Austin, girls, Miami. Who could I call right now and just talk about being sad? Without it being weakness? Without losing frame? 0. 500 contacts. 0 friends. I opened the spreadsheet, the Master Plan 2024. Tabs for net worth, body fat, travel, dating rotation. I highlighted the whole sheet. Hovered over delete. Couldn't do it. Panic flared. Without the plan, who am I? Just a guy in an empty room. I closed the laptop. Baby steps. I put on shoes. Not my running shoes. Just shoes. Went outside. Left the phone in the apartment. Left the whoop strap. Left the AirPods. Walked down to the lake. It was humid, sticky. Usually I'd hate this. Suboptimal conditions. But I just walked. Saw a couple sitting on a bench, eating ice cream, getting it all over their faces, laughing. Guy was skinny, girl was average. They looked infinite. I sat on the grass. Expensive Lululemon joggers getting stained. Didn't care. Watched a duck land in the water. Ripples spreading out. Chaos theory. You can't control the ripples. You can only be in the water. I thought about Chloe again. Not the loss of an asset, but the loss of her laugh. The way she snorted when she found something really funny. The way she smelled like vanilla and rain. I missed not having a girlfriend. Her. The pain hit me then. Sharp, visceral. Not a mental calculation of loss. A physical ache in the chest. Is this what feeling is? It sucks. No wonder I optimized it away. But it also felt necessary. Like thawing out frostbite. It burns when the blood comes back. I stayed there until dark. Walked back to the penthouse. The doorman, resolute. Good evening, Mr. Sterling. Usually I just nod. Efficiency. I stopped. Hey, Carlos. He looked surprised. Sir? How's your daughter, the one who plays soccer? I remembered him mentioning it once in the elevator, a year ago. I had ignored it then. His face lit up. She made varsity, sir. Thanks for asking. That's awesome, Carlos. Tell her congrats. I will. Have a good night, Mr. Sterling. You too. I walked to the elevator. Heart rate didn't spike, but I felt a tiny warmth. Microdose of connection. Get into the apartment. Pull out a notepad. Analog, pen and paper. Write, Trade 11, recovery. Underneath I write, 1. Call Sam again. 2. Eat something unhealthy because it tastes good. 3. Listen, don't lecture. 4. Find a hobby that has 0 ROI. I look at the list. It's pathetic compared to my old goals. But it's a start. I open my phone. Go to Chloe's contact. Thumb hovers. I miss you. No, too desperate. I realized I was wrong. Too heavy. I type, you were right about the candy store. I'm starting to eat the candy. Hope you're happy. Delete it. She doesn't need my epiphany. That's part of the narcissism. Thinking she's waiting for my character arc. She's gone. I have to do this for me. Not to get her back. But so I don't die alone in a marble mausoleum. I go to the kitchen. Find a bottle of wine someone gave me as a housewarming gift 2 years ago. Never opened it. Sugar poison, I called it. Pop the cork. Pour a glass. Sit on the balcony. No podcast. No music. Just the city sounds. Sirens, wind, distant traffic. I take a sip. It's rich, complex. I close my eyes. 32. Net worth, high. Self-worth, pending. It's going to be a long reconstruction. But for the first time in a decade, I'm actually present for it. Take another sip. It tastes like regret. And a little bit like hope.